Well, that was interesting. Hey everybody, we've got another Blackpink song coming up here. This one is called Whistle, so let's jump right in and check it out. Here we go. Vintage gaming.
Make him whistle like a missile, bomb, bomb. Every time I show up, blow up,
Whistle like a missile.
Make him whistle like a missile, bomb, bomb. Every time I show up, blow up, 너무 아름다워 널 잊을 수가 없어 그 눈빛이 아직 나를 이렇게 설레게 해 boom boom 24, 365 오직 너와 같이 하고파.
This almost sounds a little bit like a song that's like a show tune out of a Broadway musical from years past.
대부분이 날 가질 수 있다 착각.
Obviously a different beat than a song like that would have, but the overall aesthetic kind of reminds me of that.
씩씩하게 so hot 내가 어쩔 줄 모르게 해 나지막히 불러줘 내 귓가에 도는 휘파람 기동 이대로 지나치지 마요 너도 나처럼
Oh, I love that transition. Some electric guitar, got some heavy synths, got some acoustic guitar.
휘파람 바람 바람 Can you hear that? 휘파람 바람 바람 휘파람 휘파람 바람 바람.
And this sounds like a super reimagined, stripped down song like maybe Red Velvet would do. Really interesting kind of mix of styles and influence here. Not a huge fan of the giant build-up before the chorus and then the ultra sparse chorus, but it was interesting. I'll give him that.
언제나는 stylin' 도도하지만 네 앞에선 darling 뜨거워지잖아 like a desert island 널 알아갈수록 울려대는 맘속 그만 내빼 넘어와라.
Any girl group that knows how to solder vintage gaming equipment, thumbs up.
가끔처럼 네가 이대로 지나치지 마요 너도 나처럼 날 잊을 수가 없다면.
And here there's almost like a country guitar influence in the background here. Like country music. Strange influences.
휘파람 바람 바람 Can you hear that? 휘파람 바람 바람 휘파람
I just wish this section had a little bit more supporting it. I think that would have pulled it off a little bit better.
This beat got me feeling like
These graphics are awesome though. I really like this video.
Make him whistle like a missile, bomb, bomb. Every time I show up
Got the marching band stab in there.
Make him whistle like a missile, bomb, bomb.
I like that though. That's like a reference back to the late 90s, early 2000s rap that I always used to listen to. Oh, and that's it. Well, that was interesting. I do like the song. Not my favorite thing stylistically in the world, but they did a lot to make it interesting and appealing. You know, it would have been a lot easier for them to use a lot more musical cliches. And even though they did use some of those things, there were enough other elements going on that it kept it appealing and kept it really interesting. As you guys know, I'm not a giant fan of the super minimalist chorus when it's framed in the way that it was in this song. I've talked about that with a lot of other songs in the past as well. And while it can be done in a really effective way, like I was saying, this song needed like one more element, maybe like an extra synth part or something else just to fill a little bit of that foundation in the chorus. And I really think that would have helped deliver the emotional intentions of the song and just strengthen it a lot musically. But having said that, this song, I can hear a weird eclectic mix of kind of input styles, and they did tie it together extremely well for the finished product. So again, this song has that kind of typically YG sound. You know, there are a lot of other YG songs that kind of have this sort of character, this kind of production. But again, like with their other debut song, they put a new spin on it. They added a different flavor to it. So let's jump back in, check this one out a little bit more. The mix is definitely more sparse and open. That's kind of the stylistic leaning of this type of song. So you really should be able to pick out every little individual element and really analyze it easily. Because in most places, there's not a lot else going on to cover up whatever the focal point of the song is. So this song would actually be a really good and kind of easy example to pick individual elements out if you're trying to train your ear and get better at listening to things on your own. I would highly recommend starting out with a song like this where you can really hear every little thing that's going on clearly without it being just obscured by a bunch of other sounds. So I'll try to point out some of those things as we listen a second time. Here we go. Very brief little like vintage video game sound in the intro. That does appeal to people like my age, though. These are all the game systems that people my age grew up playing. Most of them, I think.
Make 'em whistle like a missile, bomb, bomb. Every time I show up, blow up,
Not a huge fan of this intro.
Make 'em whistle like a missile, bomb, bomb.
You can really hear the reverb on the whistle, on the voices.
너무 아름다워 널 잊을 수가 없어 그 눈빛이 아직 나를 이렇게 설레게
A single delay with a reverb on it, on that lead vocal.
오직 너와 같이 하고파
This one too. It could just be a reverb with a pre-delay, which essentially acts as a delay.
대부분이 날 가질 수 있다 착각할 때 많은 건 원치 않아 맘을 원해 난넌 심장을 도려내 보여봐 아주 씩씩하게 때로 씩씩하게 so hot 내가 어쩔 줄 모르게 해
They managed to keep the low end pretty tight too, even doing all those kind of dives.
이대로 지나치지 마요 너도 나처럼 날 잊을 수가 없다면
Got a little bit of that country flavor. I really like this section of the song. I wish they would have expanded it a little bit more. Use this kind of musical sound throughout other sections of the song.
휘파람 바람 바람 Can you hear that? 휘파라바라바라밤 휘파람
I think it would have been really cool to put some harmonies on that bada 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 bum part too. Some really tight stacked harmonies.
Hold up 아무 말
You know, 4 or 5 note harmonies, something really dense, packed. It would have sounded cool, I think. Just little things they could have added to this song to strengthen it and take it to the next level.
느낌이 Every day, all day 내 곁에만 있어도 zoom 언제나 난 styling 도도하지만 네 앞에선 darling 뜨거워지잖아 like a desert island 널 알아갈수록 울려대는 마음속 그만해 배 너무
Also, if you notice that snap sample or samples, I'm guessing it's more than one layered. It's a little bit harsh, a little bit bright on the ears. Could have rolled that off a little bit.
지지 마요 너도
This is really picky stuff. Not a big deal.
수가 없다면 널 향한 네 마음은 fire 내 심장이 빠르게 뛰잖아 점점 가까이 들리잖아 휘파람
I also love the sitting on the world effect. That's really cool.
Can you hear that? 휘파라바라바라밤 휘파람 휘파람 바람 바람 Can you hear that? 휘파라바라바라밤 This beat got me feeling like
So there's really simple harmony there on that bada 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 bum part. I think it would have been really cool to add like 4-part, maybe even 5-part harmony with some dissonance. Just put that on there really quick. Not a lot of effects. I think that really would have stood out.
Make 'em whistle like a missile, bomb, bomb. Every time I show up, blow up, Make 'em whistle like a missile, bomb, bomb.
I feel like the low end here got a little bit out of control. A little bit boomy. but I do like that backbeat kind of rhythm. That's definitely something that I heard growing up in Illinois. Very popular beat for songs that would play like at dances when I was in middle school. So I really do like the throwback aspect of this song, and although stylistically, you know, it's not my favorite thing in the world, I think they did a lot of really cool and really creative things with this. And since it is a dual release on debut, they can get away with that. If it had just been this song as their debut, I would have been way less impressed with this group. And in context, I would have criticized it more for not being as strong of a debut. But when you couple this with the other song that came out, which I thought was their stronger debut song, doing something a little more conceptual or out there like this is perfectly acceptable because you really get to see what the group can do, and then also kind of what the group might go for stylistically that's a little different than other things you're hearing at the time. So I really like this dual release debut strategy from YG. I think it really did show us a lot of what this group is kind of capable of, or hint at what they might be going towards in the future. And although the debut does raise a lot of questions about, you know, what is this group going to sound like as they go forward? What are their next concepts going to be? They didn't leave a lot of questions unanswered, like, oh, can this group even sing? Can this group even rap? What type of group are they going to be? They definitely showed all of those things in the 2 songs that they released. So I think that was a really good debut strategy. Great job to YG for this. Awesome job to Blackpink. And I'm going to be watching them closely. I think they're an intriguing group. I'm interested. And I think they can definitely do some cool stuff in the future as well. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Was this a really strong debut? Was this 1-2 punch of songs a really good combo for a debut? Or do you think that they should have gone with some other combination of concepts or styles? Anyway, thanks so much for watching this music video reaction/review. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you could share this video all over the place, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, forums, all that stuff really helps me out, and I'll see you guys next time.